PinkPantheress, tonight, let's talk about it. How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It. Music Reviews, Season 11. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. We got a good show for you today because we have a new song from PinkPantheress tonight. Guys, we haven't checked out, I think the last song we checked out from PinkPantheress was, all the way back to that Central C song. So, it's been a minute since I talked about her. Let's get into it. Starting off with this beat. Let's just get right into it. Now, look. The beat of this song is like if you took the style of bedroom pop and the whole subgenre of that fucking sound of this like bedroom pop kind of chill, it's got some instances where you hear some, more club type production, but to be honest with you, it's going to be that chill production. But kind of take this whole ass idea and turn it and give it a massive fucking upgrade. It's like if you threw the beat into like a fucking upgrade pack and, uploaded that shit to level 100. Holy fucking shit. Guys, this beat is an absolute upgrade. The drums are very fun. Those EDM kind of club style drums are really coming through. They're booming through your speakers. They're going absolutely insane on here. Pair that style and pair that, with these EDM drums that are paired with a great funky electronic bass. And, I didn't really was picking up this at first, but, as I kept listening to the song, as I kept, diving in and checking it out, one of the things that I really goddamn picked up was this funky bass that is, just around this whole goddamn song. It's got its moments where you can really hear it shine, you can really hear it do its thing, and honestly, combine that funky electric bass, it gets to shine on its own, and then these little sound effects come in, like bells, these 8-bit effects that are throughout this beat. It just gives this beat so much life, it gives this beat some layers, it gives this beat some textures. God damn, it makes this beat where it's a very unique experience when you're listening to it. And, that's how you want your songs to be. You want a more unique experience when you're listening to it. So it definitely comes through. I'm going to be real with you. And, I really like how this beat, I think, it really gives this song a lot more personality. And it makes this song a lot more fun. The moments of that piano really come through. These synth keys that are, throughout this whole track. Goddamn. I would say overall, I think, the drums, the fucking piano, these synth keys throughout this fucking beat, these bells, these EDM effects, the funky bass able to, really show itself throughout this song and really add some personality, really add some more fun to this beat. I think it just overall creates a really great pop experience that is, unique on its own. Has a little bit of that more club type vibe, and also pair it up with those ad-libs, those background vocals too, that just really help out, this overall instrumental. So that really goddamn comes through. Now, overall, hey, these ad-libs, these background vocals, they just add a lot to the beat and just make it overall really good production. So, hey, this production absolutely hits. All the elements are absolutely hitting. But let's move on and talk about the beginning verse, which I'm going to say this, guys. The beginning verse is great. The vocals on here just absolutely hit. I love that you get these nice vocal switches, these nice flow switches too. Guys, this verse is short, it's sweet, it sounds good. I like the vocals. I like that you get more flow switches on this verse too. Just absolutely hits. Now, let's talk about this damn hook. Guys, this hook is like if I walked into a club and I ordered the wings instead of actually enjoying the club experience. The layers on this hook just absolutely go goddamn crazy. Look, guys, this hook goes crazy. That funky bass combined with those background vocals with this hook just go absolutely insane. Look, this hook.
Get ready for Netflix's gripping new medical drama, Pulse. Set in a cutting-edge Miami trauma center, third-year resident Dr. Danny Sims is unexpectedly thrust into a promotion when beloved chief resident Dr. Xander Phillips gets suspended. Then, with the emotional and physical stakes at their highest, a storm will push the hospital and its residents to their limits. Witness how life can change in a heartbeat when you're operating under pressure. Watch Pulse, only on Netflix.
Oh my God, it's the coolest thing ever. Hey guys, have you heard of Goldbelly? Well, check this out. It's this amazing site where they ship the most iconic, famous foods from restaurants across the country, anywhere nationwide. I've never found a more perfect gift than food. They ship Chicago deep dish pizza, New York bagels, Maine lobster rolls, and even Ina Garten's famous cakes. Seriously. So if you're looking for a gift for the food lover in your life, head to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday. Halliday, bring it on.
At Rocket, we believe everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. So if you're feeling locked out of home ownership, we're here to give you back the keys. We're opening doors, breaking down walls, and doing everything we can to turn renters into owners. And we're not going to stop until we help everyone home. To find out more, visit rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream.
It's addicting. The nature of this hook, I mean, fully comes out. I mean, this shit's like if I was walking in a forest, you know, the rain's coming down, you know, I might be getting swamped by mosquitoes and all that fucking shit. You know, I didn't bring bug spray or nothing like that. So, I mean, when this hook comes in, just repeating and repeating and repeating as you're listening to it, you know, these repeating phrases easily get stuck in your head. And I think these repeated phrases, the vocals on these repeated phrases absolutely go insane. I like how when you listen to this song, guys, you know, those 8-bit effects really start popping out. These vocals really start coming through. That background just goes, is just going absolutely insane. And this shit just keeps piling on, layer after layer, just adding to the experience of the hook, making the hook really addicting to listen to. And honestly, guys, the flow here, you know, I like the flow. I like how she sounds on this beat. You know, it's not like, you know, the drums are going absolutely insane and then PinkPantheress is, you know, trying to catch up or, you know, can't really combine her voice really well with this production. No, that's the opposite here, all right? She's absolutely flowing, absolutely going insane here, and just overall just adding so much experience to the goddamn song and just makes this, you know, hook a really enjoyable goddamn experience. Now, guys, when I was really, you know, listening for the second verse, when the second verse came on, I was thinking, you know, this beat is majestic. This beat is, you know, fucking crazy to listen to. And, you know, this beginning verse just absolutely hit. I mean, is the second verse really going to deliver on the same quality or add to the song? You know, sometimes when I listen to other pop songs, guys, you know, it's like you spend all this time, you know, listening to the verse. You spend all this time listening to the hook. Really good verse, really good hook. And then that second verse comes on and it just feels like the artist gives up on the second verse, you know. Doesn't give it the same love, doesn't give it the same intention. So I was thinking, you know, is it going to be the same thing for the second verse? Which, actually, I'm going to say this. The second verse was fucking great. The second verse was great. At first, you know, I was thinking it was just going to sound like the first verse. But here we go. We get more vocal complexity here, you know, adding more vocal complexity, adding more passion to the singing, you know, on this, you know, more kind of chill style production is just going to add more to the goddamn song. And then the flow switches are even better on the second verse and really add to the song, you know. It makes it where, you know, you want to go back and just listen to it over and over and over again. So that's really good too. You know, the second verse has absolutely a lot to it. And I'm going to say this, guys, PinkPantheress kills it with the singing here. You know, the singing really pops out with the second verse and really just makes this a really enjoyable experience. Guys, when we talk about this song, PinkPantheress, tonight, when we go over this whole damn song, the production is just so good, those sound effects, those 8-bit bells, going out through this beat.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting, it could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Get email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
These kind of EDM / club drums just going absolutely insane. That piano just adding so much personality to this instrumental, and then these background vocals, these ad-libs really coming together just to create really good production. That beginning verse is really good, that hook goes absolutely insane, really fun, really addicting. That second verse was really great too. I mean, when you really think about it, guys, this song absolutely goddamn hit. Overall, this is a really good track. I'm going to give this song an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, guys. What'd you think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know, guys. Thank you so much for listening. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys. We're dropping new content every single goddamn day, so make sure you follow. Yeah, guys, tonight absolutely goes crazy, and you should spend your tonight listening to this new song by PinkPantheress. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye.